All right, quick update. Got all the brackets on. So we've got the flap brackets, or hanger bracket, I guess, flap hangers. There, we've got the aileron brackets. We have our slat brackets all the way down. Those always face the root. And we've got this is the flap bell cranks, so pointed up. The long side goes up. That's the thing to remember there. You got that 2 places. Got our lift strut attach bracket on. These are your bell crank brackets for your ailerons. Long side points toward the top of the wing. Long side here points toward the bottom of the wing. So a lot of work yesterday just to get those knocked out. This morning I think I'm going to jump on the putting actually the hinges in here for the ailerons and the flaps. Probably get that done before lunch. Then I got to go to lunch. We're going to go to Traveler's Rest. Quick update on the weld project. Got that dolly done. So that rotisserie end is done. So again, modifying some Harbor Freight engine stands to make that happen. Ran out of welding wire, so now I'm going to have a Kanban. So didn't have a Kanban before, so we'll have that. And I also order some new tips, because when you're really close in like this, it burns up some of the tips. So fabrication project still in progress. We'll figure out how to attach all that to the airplane probably this afternoon, and then keep going. All right, we got the drag tubes installed along with the brackets for flaps and ailerons. And notice this drag tube is square, not round like you would typically see, because we're going to do a bay here for the large fuel tank. So next step is going to be finish out this compression tube here, put it here. Never mind that mess over in the floor. I'm trying to put it all into the racks. I had to extend the racks to accept the fuselage stuff. But these tubes are round like normal. But we got all that done. So next step is we'll get that put in, those compression tubes put in, and then we'll actually lock these ribs in. I found it's good to kind of wait on that, because you have to, especially when you're doing these. This one should float anyway, but when you're putting this bracket in, you can get in the way. And also this middle tube here gets in the way of this bracket. So, all right, quick progress update. Got all the compression tube, drag tubes put in. Got this, just checking the fit for the larger tank. Everything seems to fit fine. We've got a lot of spacing and stuff to do once we get it on the airplane. Got all of the ribs, except for that one. I got to finish that. Riveted in, and I think the next thing I'm going to do here is, I don't know why you have to wait to skin it to put the bell cranks and the spoilers in. I think it'd be easier to do those outside of the skins, so do the skins kind of last. So I'm going to try that, and if it doesn't work, I have to take it back off. All right, my wire finally came in, so now I can pick it back up on this welding. So I'd like to knock that welding out, then maybe tonight or tomorrow figure out the attach points on the fuselage. So next step is finish welding all of this up. Well, I finally finished welding that up. I had some issues last night with this welder setup, so it's welding fine. Changed the wire. It's like everything has to be reset up, so finished that this morning. I still got when I finish the wings, I wanted to knock that out for whatever reason, but when I finish the wings, I'm gonna find the attach points for the fuselage for the front dolly and the back dolly, and then fabricate those up. For now, we're back to the wing. I went ahead and put in the bell cranks. So I got all the bell cranks and the pulleys in for flaps and ailerons. I'll come back and do the cabling later. I wanted to test, and that gas tank's just sitting in there. I wanted to test, I also put the stringers in, and you had to put the splices here. So a standard, this wing is 13.5, so you don't have enough length in a standard tube. So what you do is you splice it here. Now you can go ahead and fit everything up, but don't rivet this final rivet on this side until you feed it through here. Just ask me how I know that. Wasn't thinking, but pull it through, rivet it in place while it's here. And these always, the splices go to the outboard. So you'll have that on that. So these three. I'm also testing doing the spoilers before you put the skins on. So lesson I learned on that wing is once you get the skins on, it's really hard to get in here and get to these spoilers. So once with this open, I can put the spoiler mounting plates to the false ribs, and I can actually get in there. Now you got to get in there with a angle drill, but you can get in there. I've got the 3 plates clecoed in place right now. I'll finish drilling them out and riveting them in. But doing that with the skins on, not fun. So once I get that done, I'll put I'll get it all assembled close. I'm not going to lock everything in until I set the skin. The nose skin is going to set the exact spacing on these. Then I'll lock everything in. For example, I've got the stringer in for this interceptor, spoiler, whatever you want to call it. It's got a stringer for this panel right here because the interceptor is going to come up through here. So I've got that in place. I may drill it to, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it float for now. Once I get the skin on, get all of the holes in this stringer drilled, then I'll take the skin back off, deburr it. While I'm deburring that, I'm going to go ahead and lock this in place. So lock this spoiler opening in place. Alright guys, I got the cables put in. So you've got 3 cables that run from the root, starting there, starts 3, drops down to 2 here because this first one, or the center one, actually curves around, and that's your flap hinges. And then you got to make a crossover cable here. This is a 14-inch cable, 43-inch cable, and that's eyelet, center to eyelet to center to eyelet. Then put a turnbuckle in here, kind of tighten it up. And what I did is I put bolts through these arms here, and when they touched that drag tube, I knew that they were aligned. So when this one touches, that one touches down there. So we might have to tweak that once we get the wings on. Past here, the 2 aileron cables come. So one runs under here, and this pulley kind of transfers it up to the top side. And so when you're back here and tight, you get the back and forth motion. So I put heat shrink on the frays, the cable, so they don't fray. You cannot do that here. Well, you can put it on the end, but you can't put it on both, because here you need to safety wire here, keep this in its track, as well as here. Then over here you'll do the same. Safety wire, keep it in the track, and then heat shrink to keep that wire from fraying. I'm not hooking the spring up yet because it gets in the way of the gas tank. So I just kind of have it hanging there. Once we get everything set on the tank, that assembly will go here, and that'll pull your flaps back into position. So no flap position is spring loaded, and then flaps tension the spring, so you don't have to have 2 cables for the flaps. Making progress. Did get these put in. Got the bearings put in for those for the interceptor. Not gonna rivet anything after that. Let everything float. I've got that tank in. Just see what it looks like. I put the rib stiffeners in. Got the bottom of rib 1, the top of rib, if it's a normal tank, it's rib 2. This is rib 3 for the extended. And then on rib 9, top and bottom. This just kind of stiffens the ribs because they're flimsy otherwise. Got the next step, I got to put in this sheet here. Doesn't have any holes punched because it's for the extended tank. So I've got to transfer all the holes here. And then I've also got to put a stringer across this whole edge. So from here, I got to drill the holes and match them to this. So drill the holes through the rib, match them to here, all the way across. Kind of what we did here. You can see this rib, this stringer got put in across those ribs. We're still making progress. Get back to it.